The fluorescent lights above the morgue flickered at exactly 3:13 a.m. every single night. Not once, not twice, every night. And every time the lights dimmed, I heard something moving inside drawer number 14. Not scratching, not banging, breathing. The first night I heard it, I told myself it was just the ventilation system. The second night, I stopped checking the drawer completely. And on the third night, I saw the body bag move. Welcome back. Tonight's story comes from a former morgue attendant who worked the overnight shift in a hospital basement beneath the oldest wing of the building. He says what happened down there ruined his sleep, his sanity, and nearly got him killed. Turn off the lights, put your headphones on, and listen carefully. Because some things in the morgue were never dead to begin with. I started working at St. Mercy Hospital in late November. The pay was good, better than any security job I'd had before. The catch, night shifts in the morgue. Most people couldn't handle it. The isolation, the silence, the smell. But honestly, the dead never bothered me. It was the hospital staff that acted strange, especially when they mentioned the basement. On my first night, an older nurse stopped me near the elevator. She looked exhausted, pale. "Don't stay down there after 3 a.m., she whispered. I laughed a little, thought she was joking, but she grabbed my arm before the elevator doors closed, and I still remember how cold her hand felt. "If you hear knocking," she said softly, "do not open the drawer." The morgue sat beneath the oldest part of the hospital. You had to take a separate elevator down to sublevel 2. The ride itself felt wrong. The lights buzzed overhead, and halfway down, the elevator always jerked violently like something heavy had landed on top of it. Every single time. The morgue doors opened into a freezing corridor lined with gray tiles. No windows, no sound, just the constant hum of refrigeration units. The first few hours were easy. Paperwork, body intake forms, checking ID tags. Most nights I was completely alone. At least, I thought I was. Around 2:45 a.m., strange things started happening. Little things. Drawer doors slightly open when I knew I'd closed them. Wet footprints leading across the tile floor, then disappearing. Phones ringing from empty offices, and sometimes soft coughing sounds. I blamed stress, sleep deprivation, anything rational, until the night of drawer 14. That evening, a body arrived just before midnight. Male, mid-50s, no family, heart attack, standard procedure. I zipped the black body bag shut, attached the toe tag, and slid him into drawer 14. Nothing unusual, but when I pushed the tray inside, I felt resistance, like something inside was pushing back. I froze. Then the resistance stopped. I told myself the rails were jammed. That's all. Still, I avoided looking directly at the body bag after that. At exactly 3:13 a.m., the lights flickered. Once, twice. Then everything went dark. For about 5 seconds, there was no sound at all. Then I heard it. Knock, knock, knock. Metallic, slow, coming from drawer 14. Every hair on my body stood up. I stared at the drawer from across the room, trying to breathe, trying to think logically. Then the emergency lights came on. Dim red lighting flooded the morgue, and I saw the drawer was open. Just slightly. I know what you're thinking. Maybe the latch failed. Maybe I imagined it. That's what I wanted to believe too. Until the body bag moved, not dramatically, just a slow twitch, like someone adjusting their position in bed. I backed away so fast I nearly slipped. My chest tightened, and then the zipper on the body bag slowly began to unzip itself. I ran out of the room immediately. Didn't care about professionalism, didn't care about embarrassment. I sprinted down the hallway toward the elevator, but when I hit the button, it didn't come. The indicator stayed frozen on floor 1. That's when I heard footsteps behind me. Slow, dragging, wet. I didn't turn around. I couldn't. The footsteps got closer, closer, then stopped right behind me. I could feel cold air touching the back of my neck. And then a voice whispered, "Why did you leave me in there?" I spun around. Nothing. Empty hallway. But the floor beneath me was wet, and there were footprints leading back toward the morgue. Bare footprints. The elevator finally opened. I stumbled inside and smashed the closed door button repeatedly. As the doors shut, I saw someone standing at the end of the hallway. Tall, motionless, wrapped in a black body bag. The next morning I reported everything. The supervisor barely reacted. No surprise, no confusion, just silence. Then he asked me a question that made my blood run cold. "Did it speak to you?" Apparently, I wasn't the first. Over the years, several night workers had reported the same thing: knocking, whispering, a moving body bag. Most quit within weeks. One man disappeared entirely in 1998. They never found him. Just a trail of water leading to drawer 14. I should have quit then, but I needed the money, so I stayed. Big mistake, because the activity got worse. I started hearing knocking in my apartment walls. 3 knocks, always at 3:13 a.m. I'd wake up freezing cold, with wet footprints outside my bedroom door, and sometimes I'd smell formaldehyde. Then came my final shift. The hospital was unusually quiet that night. No patients in the ER, no staff talking. Even the fluorescent lights seemed dimmer. Around 2:50 a.m. the power flickered, and every morgue drawer suddenly slid open at once. I stood there frozen, dozens of bodies, all exposed, all perfectly still. Then, every toe tag started swinging. At the same time, something was in the room with me. I couldn't see it, but I could feel it moving between the tables, watching me, circling me. The temperature dropped so fast I could see my breath. Then the lights went out again. In the darkness, I heard body bags rustling, one after another, as if every corpse in the room was slowly sitting up. I pulled out my phone flashlight with shaking hands, and when the beam lit the room, every body bag was standing upright. None of them moved. They just stood there silently, facing me. Then one tilted its head, slowly. Cracking sounds echoed from inside the bag, and all at once, they started walking toward me. I ran. I didn't even look back. I burst through the morgue doors and sprinted toward the elevator. But before I reached it, I heard hundreds of footsteps charging behind me. Not walking, running. The elevator doors finally opened. I dove inside, and just before they closed, a pale hand wrapped in morgue plastic slammed into the gap. I kicked the hand as hard as I could. The doors shut, and the elevator shot upward. As I collapsed to the floor crying, I heard one final sound through the elevator ceiling. Knock, knock, knock. I quit the next morning, never went back. But sometimes, late at night, I still wake up freezing cold. And from somewhere deep inside my apartment walls, I hear knocking. 3 slow knocks, waiting for me to answer. So if you ever find yourself alone in a hospital basement, and you hear knocking coming from inside a morgue drawer, whatever you do not open it. If you enjoyed tonight's nightmare, subscribe to Chiso channel for more terrifying true horror stories every week. And before you sleep tonight, listen carefully, because sometimes the dead don't stay silent.